So how do I network to find a job in a work from home world? Networking in a work from home world is next to impossible. What can I do? Today I'm going to explain the challenge with classic networking as you understand it. I'm going to address the realities of a work from home COVID type world and its impact on networking. And I'm going to present to you best practice and other options that you should consider. So let's just for a moment do something crazy and pretend that we could all go back to a traditional Wild West networking type world. Would this make you happy? I want to share something very important with you, and that is this. Traditional networking does not actually work. Why is that? Because too often we're told to go network, but then we never really follow up. Do you realize this and do you recognize it in your own behavior? Too often we connect with tons of people. We build these networks of strangers that provide us a false sense of security. So on things like LinkedIn, we have tons of contacts. We have contacts on Facebook, contacts on Twitter. But the reality is that networks don't necessarily produce jobs. Relationships do. MSNBC says that your chances at getting a job if you apply online are 1 in 1,000, but they jump to 1 in 7 if someone walks you in. Did you catch that? Relationships make the difference when someone walks you in and understands how to position your value, bypassing the traditional application process. Since 80% of jobs aren't posted, that, my friend, is where opportunity really lies. Networking, while it keeps you really busy, without the right mindset and intentions to build very quality relationships, it's simply not effective. I would like to suggest a different approach. I believe instead of random networking, you should join an accountability-based small group. So what is an accountability-based small economy of one group? It's a lot like Weight Watchers, but for people who don't want to be part of the 80% of people who hate their job. So are you tired of working at a job you don't like? Are you trying to figure out what's next? If you're one of those exhausted people who have found yourself in job transition and you never really liked what you were doing anyway, this is an extraordinary solution for you. An accountability-based small group is a group of people that you're assigned to that agree to follow a structured process we've developed on Economy of One. This process is designed to help one another measurably move forward. At Economy of One, we put people into these groups and then we have instructors that manage these groups. We select people who don't know one another for the purpose of going deep in relationships with one another. Our goal is to help the group follow a common process, speak a common language, and make measurable progress moving forward. We have found since 25% of people or more struggle with anxiety and depression, just the act of putting them in a small group that really cares about them makes a huge difference at combating anxiety and depression that can really hinder your progress. So what's involved when you look at a small group? Economy of One small groups meet weekly for 5 weeks for 1 hour per week under the direction of an instructor who is certified in the Economy of One methodology. During this time, we walk you through 2 modules a week and we help you with homework and questions, making sure that you do the actual work. Each module builds on knowledge that's critical to moving forward, so we move at a very aggressive pace. Why? In these modules, we're going to ask very deep questions. And we've found that if we let people think too long, they get into this mindset that would be compared to analysis paralysis. In our opinion, when you're unemployed or you're in job transition and looking for income, time is money. Our goal is to get you back in process of actively engaged and finding what you want as quickly as possible. To make an analogy of this, we're not hosting a seminar on how to ride a bike. We're actually getting you on the bike and letting you experience the process of riding the bike instead of talking about it. Our goal is to get you highly engaged and helping one another in the small group as quickly as possible. Each week you need to complete a key assignment in order to move forward. And after 5 weeks, you have a clear go-to-market strategy in order to pursue a job, open a small business, or identify contract-based work. What's the commitment? If you'd like to be in a small group, the commitment is that you agree to meet weekly for 5 weeks for 1 hour. We also ask that you use the course material that's provided on YouTube for free, or you can buy our workbook from Amazon in order to have the workbook. Worksheets for each module are free PDF downloads at our resource tab at Economy of One. In this commitment, you agree to do the homework and not just think about it. You agree to be accountable to other people for your progress, and the group is relying on you. So if you do commit, you need to actively participate. After the initial training, then what happens? The small group keeps meeting until all members are employed or generating new income. After that, the group decides to meet every 4 or 6 weeks for 1 hour to check in with one another. So why do you do that? If you've all got jobs, why continue meeting? Well, you are an insurance policy for one another. As we know in this uncertain economy, things can change very rapidly. After training, you are knowledgeable about the other members' best skills. You know the story of them, you know how to actively position their value with other people in your network, and you also have been making proactive introductions on their behalf. They become your life raft, and they become also your first responders if you find yourself unemployed again. What if I join but I have an emergency and I can't make a meeting? Well, in that case, we give you 2 hall passes. After 2 strikes, you're out. The reason for this is that people are truly depending on you as if their next paycheck depended on it, because in certain instances, it does depend on it. We do need you there. What's the long-term advantage of going deep with a small group instead of broad networking? Well, in a small group, you're focused on quality instead of quantity. We know that statistically, according to a study done at Princeton, the true opportunity you seek is 1 degree of separation outside of the people you normally speak to. By introducing you to other people that you don't know, you tap into the diversity of their network, and this actually accelerates your opportunity to truly find what you're looking for. Finally, in a small group, you make weekly measurable progress. We provide you the tools to meticulously manage a best practice process designed to help you move forward in a measurable way. Think for a moment about Weight Watchers. In Weight Watchers, they use a food journal and a scale. Essentially, we have the same thing, and it helps you to make measurable progress, keep each other encouraged, and keep each other focused on behaviors and skill sets that encourage group learning. How do I join? If you would like to join, go to info@economyofone.com and send us an email with your request to join, and we'll add you to a sign-up list. Also, go to our newsletter on our homepage. It will provide all of our links. These groups launch all the time. We'll rotate you in as soon as we have an opening. Our alumni network is a global network of people that follow the program, are committed to helping one another move forward, and they want to see you succeed. If you are interested, please, number 1, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We need your support. Also, please join our private Facebook group, Economy of One. Just ask to join and I'll admit you. And link in with me. My name's Elizabeth Allen. You can find me on LinkedIn. And link in with my partner, Frank Benura. He's also just a wonderful connection. We look forward to helping you right now. If you are impressed with what you're hearing from us, please connect with us on social media. We are actively trying to get people out of a broken employment system and get them returned to participating in our tax base. Please go to economyofone.com. Please support us. We thank you so much.